Hello friends, this is Magesh Kumar. Our YouTube channel is Matthews. It is an online math platform. And in this video, we are going to discuss about inverse Z transform. In this inverse Z transform, we will see about what is the definition of inverse Z transform, then concept of partial fraction, then problems on inverse Z transform by using partial fraction method. So the first one is definition of inverse Z transform. So the definition of inverse Z transform is nothing but if capital F of Z is equal to Z of f of n. If f of Z is equal to Z of f of n means it is uh, the definition of Z transform. If the Z transform is exist, then we can find the inverse Z transform. It is defined as Z inverse of capital F of Z is equal to f of n. It's just by taking that Z transformation to other side in the Z transform definition, then we will get the inverse Z transform of the given function, right? So the definition of inverse Z transform is nothing but Z inverse of capital F of Z equal to f of n. See that the example, suppose z of a power n is z minus a, then we can find inverse Z transform for a power n just by taking Z transform to right hand side of this function. Then we get Z inverse of z by z minus a. So the value of z by z minus a in inverse Z transform is a power n. The next example, if z of n is equal to z by z minus a the whole square, then the inverse Z transform of z by z minus 1 the whole square is nothing but n. That's all. So just taking the Z transform to right hand side of the Z transform formula, then we will get the inverse Z transform when you are having a standard formulas. In case of the function is not in the standard form, then we have to apply a few concepts like partial fractions method, convolutions theorem method, or Cauchy's residue method. There are many methods available to find out the inverse Z transform of the given function. If the given function is in the form of standard type, just we can apply the standard formulas, then we will find out inverse Z transform. Right. Now let us see the concept of partial fraction method. So the process of partial fraction method is taking a rational expression and decomposing it into a simpler rational expression by adding or by subtracting the expression to get the original rational expression is called the partial fraction method. So the partial fraction method is gives the it is also gives the result in terms of fraction, but it is called as a very simple fraction. It is called as a very simple fraction. So when we are having a fraction, then we can convert the fraction into a simple fraction by applying partial fraction method. So here also there are a few standard expressions are there. So the first one is factor in denominator of the fraction term, and terms in partial fraction method. How to express that factor in denominator, that we will express as terms in partial fraction method. See that if suppose your expression is 1 divided by x plus a into x plus b, 1 divided by x plus a into x plus b, then the terms can be expressed in partial fraction method is just by taking two constant capital A and capital B. So A divided by x plus A plus B divided by x plus B. Okay, so the fraction is simply, we are converting into a simple fraction by A by x plus A plus B by x plus B. Suppose if you are having another uh, factor term like 1 divided by x plus A the whole square into x plus B, then the expression can be expressed in terms of a partial fraction is A divided by x plus A plus capital B divided by x plus A the whole square plus C divided by x plus B. The next one is 1 divided by x square plus A into x plus B. See that x square plus A, it is not possible to factor further. So those type can be expressed in partial fraction as ax plus b, capital A x plus b divided by x square plus A. Then the remaining term is what? It is x plus b. So that x plus b can be written in partial fraction as capital C divided by x plus b. That's all. So these are the standard partial fraction formulas. We will use these formulas for finding the inverse Z transform. So now we will see about problems on inverse Z transform by applying partial fraction method. So consider the problem to find the inverse Z transform of the function z square divided by z square minus 3z plus 2. So first let us consider the given function as capital F of z divided by z equal to z divided by z square minus 3z plus 2. So whatever the term in the numerator, you have to take that 1z to the left hand side of this function. So that we write capital F of z by z, and which is equal to z by z square minus 3z plus 2. So we are doing this only for simplification purpose. And now we want to expand this denominator as a factorization form. So consider the denominator in the last term. The last term is what? It is 2. So we have to split that term. So I am multiplying, consider 1 and 2. When you are multiplying, you will get 2. But when you are adding, you get 3. But it is minus 3. So let us give minus 1 and minus 2. Now you multiplied, it is plus 2, and when you are adding, you get minus 3. So the factorization is nothing but z minus 1 into z minus 2. So by applying partial fraction method, so consider the term z divided by z minus 1 into z minus 2. So which can be written as a divided by z minus 1 plus b divided by z minus 2. Now we want to multiplying by z minus 1 into z minus 2 on both sides of this equation. So we get z is equal to a into z minus 2 plus b into z minus 1. So consider this term for finding a and b value. By putting z equal to 2, we get b value. So 2 is equal to a into 2 minus 2 0 plus b into 2 minus 1, it is 1. So we get b value. Your b value is 2. So the next thing, we need to find a value. So by putting z equal to 1, so we get 1 is equal to a into 1 minus 2 plus b into 0. So we get a value, it is minus 1. So now you substitute these two values in equation number 1. So it is what? Z divided by z minus 1 into z minus 2, which is equal to your a value is minus 1 divided by z minus 1 plus b value is 2 divided by z minus 2. So this is nothing but capital F of z divided by z, which is equal to minus 1 divided by z minus 1 plus 2 divided by z minus 2. Now taking this left hand side z to right hand side, so it is comes as capital F of z is equal to minus of z by z minus 1 plus 2z divided by z minus 2. So consider this expression. So from this, that capital F of z taking inverse z transform, taking inverse z transform on both sides. So it is comes z inverse of capital F of z is equal to minus z inverse of z by z minus 1 plus 2 into z inverse of z by z minus 2. Say that by definition of z inverse z transform, this z inverse of f of z can be written as simply f of n. F of n is equal to minus of, and this is the standard formula of z inverse of z by z minus a. Since we know that z inverse of z by z minus a, it is nothing but a power n. So the place of a here, it is 1. So we get 1 power n plus 2 into z inverse of z by z minus 2. So the place of a, it is 2. We get 2 power n. So therefore f of n is equal to 2 power n plus 1 minus 1. So this is nothing but the solution of inverse z transform of z square by z square minus 3z plus 2. That's all. The next problem is find the inverse z transform of z inverse of 4z cube divided by 2z minus 1 the whole square into z minus 1. So we need to find the inverse z transform of the function is 4z cube divided by 2z minus 1 the whole square into z minus 1. So consider the given function as, let capital F of z divided by z equal to 4z square divided by 2z minus 1 the whole square into z minus 1. since the denominator term is actually in the form of factorization, so you no need to factorize further. So that term you can take it directly by applying partial fraction method. Consider the given function 4z square divided by 2z minus 1 the whole square into z minus 1, and this function can be expressed as a divided by 2z minus 1 plus b divided by 2z minus 1 the whole square plus c divided by z minus 1, and give the name equation number 1. So we need to multiply it by 2z minus 1 the whole square into z minus 1 on both sides of equation number 1. Therefore we get 4z square equal to a into 2z minus 1 into z minus 1 plus b into z minus 1 plus c into 2z minus 1 the whole square. Now we need to find out the value of a, b and c. By applying z equal to some value, we will find out the value of a, b and c. So the first we will put z equal to 1. When you put z equal to 1, you get 4 is equal to a into 2z minus 1. So z equal to 1. So 2 minus 1, it is 1. But 1 minus 1, it is 0. Plus b into 1 minus 1, 0. Plus c into 2 minus 1, it is 1. So we get c value, it is 4. So the next thing, we need to put z equal to 1 by 2. When you put z equal to 1 by 2 in left hand side, it is comes 1 by 4. So 4 into 1 by 4 get cancelled. You get 1. 1 is equal to a into 2 into z. Z value is 1 by 2. So 2 into 1 by 2, it is 1. 1 minus 1, 0. Then minus 1 by 2. Plus b into 1 by 2 minus 1, it is minus 1 by 2. Plus c into 2 into 1 by 2, it is 1. 1 minus 1, it is 0 the whole square. So we get b value. Therefore b is equal to minus 2. So the next one, we will put z equal to 0. By applying z equal to 0, we get 0 equal to a into minus 1 into minus 1 plus b into minus 1 plus c into minus 1 the whole square. It is 1. So 0 is equal to a minus b value is minus 2. Already here minus 1. So it is plus 2. And c value, it is 4. Therefore a equal to minus 6. So now we find a, b and c value. Let us substitute these a, b, c value in equation number 1. In equation number 1, we have this. This is our equation number 1. consider this equation 1. So which is equal to, your A value is minus 6 divided by 2z minus 1. B value is minus 2. So plus minus 2 divided by 2z minus 1 the whole square, plus C value is 4. 4 divided by z minus 1. See, the left hand side is what? It is capital F of z divided by z. Now taking that left hand side z to right hand side, it is comes capital F of z is equal to minus 6z divided by 2z minus 1 plus minus 2z divided by 2z minus 1 the whole square plus 4z divided by z minus 1. Since this is what it is capital F of z, but we need to find inverse z transform of the given function. So taking inverse z transform on both sides. So z inverse of capital F of z equal to minus 6 into z inverse of z by 2z minus 1, then minus 2 into z inverse of z by 2z minus 1 the whole square plus 4 into z inverse of z by z minus 1. Since by applying inverse z transform, this expression z inverse of capital F of z is nothing but f of n. F of n is equal to minus 6, and taking 2 outside, this comes z inverse of z by z minus 1 by 2 minus 2 divided by, taking 2 outside, this comes 4 z inverse of z by z minus 1 by 2 the whole square plus 4 into z inverse of z by z minus 1. So here the 2 and 3 get cancelled, 6 get cancelled, you get minus 3 z inverse of z by z minus a, it is 1 by 2 the whole power n, then minus 1 by 2 z inverse of z by z minus a the whole square. That is the formula is z inverse of z by z minus a the whole square, which is equal to n into a power n minus 1. So by considering this a value is 1 by 2, so we get n into a value is 1 by 2, so the 1 by 2 the whole power n minus 1. Then the next one is plus 4 into 1 power n. So we get 4 minus 1 by 2 the whole power n into 3 plus n. So that's all, guys. So hope you all understand this problem. Thank you for watching our YouTube channel. If you are like, please subscribe our channel. So we will find many problems in the upcoming videos. Thank you.